We're the Revivalists, and welcome to the Blues Kitchen.
We catch up with the Revivalists in the middle of their debut UK tour. The band formed in New Orleans back in 2007 and were quickly named as one of the top bands in America by Rolling Stone magazine. Their new album, Take Good Care, hit the #1 spot on the US alternative charts. Recorded at RCA in Nashville, produced by both Dave Cobb and Kanye West's longtime collaborator, Andrew Dawson. We discuss the recording of the album, making music in New Orleans, and the band perform an ace version of Buffalo Springfields for what it's worth. And while you're watching, subscribe to the channel for regular episodes of The Blues Kitchen Presents. The Revivalists, welcome to The Blues Kitchen.
All right.
How you doing? Dave and Zach.
Doing
Well,
well.
let's have a little shake hands
Thanks
while
for
we're at
having
it.
us,
Very
man.
British.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I've got to say thank you. I mean, we had a horrendously early start to this morning, and you've left the other 6 members of your band somewhere. Have you left them in bed somewhere? What's
Yeah,
the story?
they're in bed. You've
They're all on my bed right now.
Oh, really?
No, just kidding.
That's how we roll.
How are you finding London thus far? Because this is your first time in the UK, isn't it?
Amazing.
Yes, yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a bit cold, but we bought the proper attire to bring over here.
So a massive congratulations, really, because your album and all of the reaction it's been getting online is just phenomenal. I think I said to one of your crew today, 51 million streams, wasn't it? And he corrected me. He's like, 54.
Oh my God.
54 million streams.
He's keeping an eye on. Great.
So Take Good Care came out at the end of last year. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about the making of the record. I know there's a couple of pretty cool producers that you collaborated with on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked with 3 different producers, Dave Cobb, Dave Bassett, and Andrew Dawson. We spent about 2 weeks in Nashville in recording with Dave Cobb in historic RCA Studio A.
Oh, in RCA.
Yes.
That's the Elvis
Yeah.
studio, right?
Yeah, that's like, it's like, that's his spot now. So he does everything out of there.
Yeah.
That was incredible. He's a fantastic producer for capturing like a live vibe, sort of like a gritty vintage.
He had us all in the
everything.
same room, letting everything bleed.
And you were playing live at the same time.
Playing live. I'm in the room with the vocals just blaring out through these humongous speakers. I'm on like a Transformerless 57.
I love a producer that doesn't get anal about isolation and making sure everything's separated. Like Dave's vocals are in the room, the guitar amps are in the room,
Drums are in the room.
just playing live.
Barely any gobos set up. Like
Yeah.
there's honestly, I don't know if you could do that in every room, but he was
Right.
really talking about how that room is magical for that.
There's only a few rooms left in the world for that, right?
Exactly,
You think about
yeah.
Muscle Shoals and
Yeah.
Sun and all these kind of things.
I guess that room was like sort of designed for, at the time they were calling it, was it like contemporary country or cosmopolitan country or something? They would have like a lot of strings.
Exactly.
And,
They would bring live
Okay.
big
Yeah.
sections in.
Yeah.
So
But then the other producer is Andrew Dawson, who's known for working with Kanye West for over a decade, which, cheers to him. He's been able to maintain a working relationship with him for over a decade, and his production is obviously fantastic.
I bet that was a really different experience though, right?
He's different. So we did the other 2 producers in New Orleans at a studio we're comfortable with, which was also really positive and great.
Yeah.
He's also I think he did the Fun record too.
Yeah, he did the
pretty
Fun.
much. Yeah.
he's just a really down to earth dude who knows what he wants. He knows how to get a proper take. Like he knows, like he's like, no. Okay, magic in there. Let's mine that little piece. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
He's also a really
He was
talented
good at-
mixer.
Exactly.
So we had him mix some of the Cobb tracks as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any dirt on Kanye from him as well?
He's like made some of the beats and like co-written some of the tunes with Kanye.
Yeah.
I don't know that whole process, but he works with a lot of hip hop artists, and he's super talented producer. And the other guy, Dave Bassett, is a big songwriter.
Yeah.
He co-wrote All My Friends with Dave.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he worked with El King, X's and O's, and
he co-wrote X's and O's.
Fight Song, which I believe was by Hillary Clinton. And
I wanted to chat to you a bit about New Orleans as well.
Yeah,
because
please.
it's your adopted hometown. You've been there
well,
for
we do live. Yeah.
Because obviously it's known for its music, and perhaps one of the richest musical histories of any city anywhere in the world.
Yeah, I mean, birthplace of jazz, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Formula One of music. There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, Was it somewhere that you struggled to make a name for yourself, or was it quite the opposite? Was it very kind of open arms?
Yeah.
Both, kind of, because the city is like, it is very nurturing of the local music scene, and there's a great, it's easy to get gigs in the sense because there's so many clubs and it's not a huge city.
Well, you're definitely right about that. I think it was, honestly, I will say that it was one of those cities that it was good to kind of, it was like a good incubator for us. It kind of keeps you out of the spotlight.
It's forgiving.
You know, and until you're, until you're kind of ready, if you want to, kind of get out there. So, and we were able to, you know, kind of support ourselves through the various gigs that we would get there and regionally, you know, regionally. So, I would say it was kind of the perfect.
But they want to make sure that like you're committed to the city before they call you.
Oh yeah, they're not just gonna adopt you right away.
Yeah, of all the places. Where are you guys from originally?
I'm from New York area originally.
Yeah. Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just take that long trip down south.
That's right. That's right.
So before the cameras started rolling, we started to mention that series Treme, the HBO thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
A couple of things I wanted to ask you about that is, one, did you think it was a good representation of the city? And also, I understand you guys were in it as well.
Yes.
We had a little spot, yeah.
I'm a big David Simon fan.
Was that because he did The Wire?
He did
as
The
well?
Wire, and he's done a bunch of good stuff. What's the other one I like? Show Me a Hero was really nice miniseries. The HBO show Treme was like, it was good. It was I don't want to like say negative things, but it was almost like they tried to be too authentic, if that makes sense. It was just like trying to be authentic, but. Whatever. It was good.
I think they captured a lot about the city. That was.
And
that
loads
was
of
definitely-
musicians are involved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember thinking, wow, like they've got Dr. John in this. Like, this is cool. You know?
Yeah.
It was killer. Yeah. No, I mean, like, it was just like seeing like Ben Ellman, one of our producer that we worked with on 2 albums, like had funny lines in it and stuff. And
But you were in it, so maybe you could tell us.
we were
about it.
okay. So we were in it. I think we filmed it in like 2011, and but it was playing ourselves in 2008.
Yeah.
So. The script that they had written for us was like Steve Zahn saying, "Who are these guys? Like they're great. Do they even shave yet? They look like babies."
We all had to shave.
Because we looked young. So, but we all had I had like a great handlebar mustache and stuff at the time.
I can't believe you had
to
to
shave it off.
I like that you were like, I had this great mustache. That was something you were really proud
It was actually
of.
pretty terrible, actually, to be honest. It was
dude.
It was like a
great.
creeper, like handlebar, like. You know,
You could bring that back.
My mustache, when I grow it out, is creepy. Yours was good. Yours was good.
It was like a lopsided handlebar. Like one
Don't
would
let
stay
him.
up, and the other was like drooping. Like.
Anyway, let's talk about this cover that you're going to do for us shortly. I'm delighted that you picked this, and I'm kind of surprised that no one's picked this before, but you're going to do For What It's Worth for Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell us, you know, what it means to you when you first heard that tune, and I suppose its relevance to you as a band as a whole.
I mean, I think I first heard that song.
Maybe Forrest Gump soundtrack, to be honest. I don't know, but like it's been around. It's in my.
That introduced a lot of teenagers to a lot of music.
Yeah, I think I first heard it via my aunt. I kind of got a lot of my music from her. It's one of those songs, man. You know, it's got a message. It's got the right message. It's got the message that I believe in. You know, it's a very poignant point for today, especially. You know, I mean.
Well, we were saying again before the cameras were rolling, it's one of those tunes that actually is perhaps even more poignant now, over 50 years later, because I think that tune was probably
66.
66, 67?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 52, 53 years later, I think meaning's probably even stronger now than ever.
It's the message, man.
I understand you learned it just for the session.
This is the first time we're ever doing it.
He's kind of been, he's like, you know, like every once in a while, he'll just like start kind of like popping this little rhythm thing out, doing the harmonics on the guitar, and I've always
actually
like,
just pretending to be Public Enemy. Nothing to do with
That's the other thing. That's. I mean, he got game. A good movie.
And I'd always just like, it's, you know, it's got that feel to it, you know, and I was just like, man, you know.
It's a great recording. It's just great vibe.
Yeah. And we worked it out in the hotel last night. This is going to be the first time that we're going to do it.
Oh, it's so cool that you've learned a tune, especially. On that note, I think it's probably time for some music.
Yeah, we are the Revivalists, and this is our version of Buffalo Springfield's For What It's Worth.
something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. This battle line's being drawn, and nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, catching so much resistance from behind. Think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Yeah. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the streets, they're singing songs and they're carrying signs, and mostly say hooray for our side. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Yeah. Paranoia strikes deep. Into your life it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and it take you away. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Say, stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Subscribe to The Blues Kitchen for live performances and interviews with the hottest blues, soul, country and roots musicians in the world today.
And I don't know if I really should have done it, but I did it anyway.